did you know that I can see you?
Hey, get out of the way. Hey, grace and peace, everybody. We're back. You didn't see a thumbnail. You did not see a title. You didn't even get an announcement. I just wanted to jump on real quick. I was cleaning the traps. I was checking to see what's out there, what's going on in the world, checking out the YSL, checking out the Johnny Somali, and I ran across some Thornton Township foolery. We got to come up with some kind of conglomeration. The dumbfoundedness of Dalton, the terrorism of Thornton. I don't know, but we came up with some foolishness. Y'all, I don't know if I've ever told y'all, but there's a reporter that has been seriously taking this reign, taking the whole Thornton Township thing, really doing a great job. Her name is Regina Waldrop up in Chicago. Shout out to Regina Waldrop. Well, I just found out Tiffany Henyard's boyfriend, her married boyfriend, threatened Regina Waldrop. I'm not kidding you. I'm not joking. So real quick, we're going to watch a couple of newscasts real quick, and you'll see Regina Waldrop. She's doing the update, all that kind of good jazz like that. And then we'll jump over and I'm going to show you, and y'all can tell me. I think this is a threat. I think that man, Kamal Woods, is threatening Regina Waldrop. Y'all, I wouldn't want to be them. I wouldn't want to be these people. Little do you know, like Chicago is going to Chicago. Okay. Like you don't know what people know, who people know. I would not want to be tacitly, willy-nilly threatening somebody in Chicago. That's just the last thing I would want to do, especially somebody who's been involved in the public space for as long as I wouldn't want to be doing that. I'm just telling you that right now. If you just talking about some Joe Blow that, just pop up on YouTube and does these videos and doesn't tell nobody ahead of time that he's going to do it, maybe you can threaten him, but don't threaten me either. Let me tell you that also. But I think this story is so bonkers. I don't even know what to do. This story is crazy. But thank y'all, everybody who jumped in. I know I did not give you any fair warning. I want to say thank you so much to everybody who subscribed to the channel. You're helping me hit my goal of 50,000 subscribers before April 2025. So thank y'all so much. Thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for commenting. Man, I've met tons of people that actually live in Dalton and in Thornton Township. That's craziness. And some of the information I've gotten is just so mind-blowing because, again, politics is such a weird thing. Government is such a weird thing. And I already thought Georgia was kind of weird. But my goodness, in the morning, shout out to all the people that have been hitting me up from Dalton, from that Thornton Township area. It has been wild. So I really want to say thank you to all of you all. And whether you're in Dalton, whether you're familiar with Dalton, whether you're on the other side of the planet, I want to say thank you so much. Hey, let's jump in real quick. I want to show you this video. These are the newscasts from WGN. Wait, is it WGN? Yeah, or NBC up in Chicago. So let's do it real quick. Here we go. Let's go. If I can hit the play button. How about that, Jason? Let's go.
The suburban politician who calls herself super mayor, not giving up in her battle to be on the ballot for next year's election for Thornton Township supervisor. Today, Tiffany Henyard and her supporters held a fiery call to action meeting.
I keep telling them, put some respect on my name.
Tiffany Henyard and her supporters.
This young lady deserves that seat. She's done a hell of a job.
Speaking out about what they call unfair practices at this week's Democratic caucus for Thornton Township supervisor. Henyard was denied a place on the township ballot for re-election because she didn't have a certified assessor on her ticket. That's what we were told by an attorney, with State Senator Napoleon Harris getting the Democratic nomination instead.
On December 3rd, 2024, your right to vote was hijacked by your committee.
Let me stop for a second, because you might not have heard it. Let me back that up just a smidgen and back up just a little bit more. Tiffany Henyard wasn't qualified from the word go. She wasn't qualified. She didn't have a certified assessor on her slate. So she wasn't actually qualified. And come to find out, she had to report that days before. So they already knew. So this is the part that's so wild. Napoleon didn't necessarily do anything wrong because there really wasn't a qualified anybody qualified to be the nominee. She wasn't qualified because she didn't have all the boxes ticked. That's craziness, man. So all of this really is just showmanship. It's just a lot of, razzle dazzle from Chicago. If you watch that play, Chicago. Okay, never mind. But it's just a lot of razzle dazzle, a lot of sizzle, but there is no steak there. There's no meat on this bone at all. Let's finish this up, Jason. Let's go.
Not a place on the township ballot for re-election because she didn't have a certified assessor on her ticket. That's what we were told by an attorney, with State Senator Napoleon Harris getting the Democratic nomination instead.
On December 3rd, 2024, your right to vote was hijacked by your committeeman, Senator Napoleon Harris, DOT's organization, Dalton trustees, and the attorneys who allowed this illegal act to take place.
Some of Henyard's claims: unfair caucus rules, voter suppression, venue manipulation, and election rigging.
We have footage, we have proof of everything we're saying. I refuse to sit back and be silenced against the injustice.
The meeting's over, right?
Henyard also claims hundreds of her supporters left out in the cold, unable to get in the building where the caucus was held.
Let's head up in the cold.
Okay, so I'm gonna look right here. Because remember, there was roughly about 600 people in the gymnasium during the caucus. So Tiffany wants us to believe that there was at least that many people, maybe 500 people outside. I can't wrap my mind around that, the belief of that. I just can't. I just cannot suspend disbelief to the point to believe that there was 500 people outside wanting to, and again, we know that there were people outside that wanted to support Napoleon as well. So it wasn't just Henyard's quote unquote supporters. It was Napoleon Harris supporters also that were kept outside. I just don't believe it. I just don't believe that. I just can't. But let's go.
We're having two people come in at a time. We had a long line wrapped around the block and again around the block, and they never let us in. Hundreds of people on buses, people in wheelchairs, people older. We were out there freezing.
They must be scared of Tiffany because they won't even allow her to get on the ballot.
Henyard's boyfriend, Kamal Woods, also attacked the media and reporting by NBC5.
Go to her if you're worth talking to. I see you. You looking dead at me. I see you. You part of the problem. If you go tell the truth, tell the truth. It ain't no guy, it's a lady. You part of the problem.
A spokesperson for Senator Harris
He's
told
talking
NBC5
to,
in a statement,
you'll see in a
part,
second.
It's unfortunate that the supervisor's team has chosen to spread false narratives. The focus should remain on addressing the critical issues that truly matter to the community.
We cannot let this go. I am suing Napoleon Harris. I am suing the caucus.
And Tiffany Henyard, who is also serving as the mayor of Dalton, says her lawyer will be filing a lawsuit on Monday. Still ahead here.
Also developing now, some of her political power is on the line.
But Tiffany Henyard maintains she will be on the April ballot in Thornton Township for re-election for one of the two positions she holds. A reminder, Thornton Township is one of the largest in the state. Regina Waldrop details Henyard's latest calls for help and what happens next.
It was a crushing blow to the woman who calls herself Super Mayor.
All the people outside, they let one person in. Okay, now I'm with you. Watch.
Tuesday night, Tiffany Henyard lost her bid for
This is Regina
re-election
right there.
for Thornton Township supervisor after she was blocked from the ballot, with State Senator Napoleon Harris getting the Democratic nomination for the April election. Henyard also serves as the mayor of Dalton.
Exhibit C, the call.
Friday morning, she attended a township electoral meeting. The board could decide which candidates could be knocked off the ballot. Two of Henyard's supporters have filed objections challenging candidates running for supervisor and other positions.
Mr. Napoleon Harris is not a duly qualified resident in Thornton Township.
A spokesman for Senator
hey.
Harris in a statement.
I found out today that is actually not true. That is actually not true. Napoleon Harris does live in, I think it's called Fairburn, and the city of Fairburn is split almost in half. And of course, Napoleon Harris lives on the side that is in Thornton Township. However, the city itself is split 50. I want to say 50-50. I understood it was a split. And some of it is in Thornton, some of it is not. I think it's called Bridgeton or something of that nature. I apologize for not doing my due diligence. But Napoleon Harris lives in Thornton Township. So all of this bravado about him not being duly qualified is a bunch of foolishness. And it's really embarrassing because that man, Dots, is only bringing attention to himself. And he's got a lot of skeletons in his own closet. And it's pretty ignorant. But I found it out probably about an hour ago. All right, let's go.
Told NBC5 in part, it's unfortunate that the appointed supervisor's team has chosen to spread false narratives. The focus should remain on addressing the critical issues that truly matter to the community. Meanwhile, in a letter addressed to township residents, Henyard calls on them to help fight against what she says is corruption. She says she's planning to take legal action.
The people will put me on the ballot.
Also happening Friday, an update on the township's status. Henyard says it's in crisis with essential services and renewal of the insurance policy at stake. She's accused 2 trustees who've not been attending meetings of purposefully gridlocking the township's government.
I pray that they show up to the board meeting because right now we don't have insurance. So I hope it don't take that long to have a meeting. I will continue to call special board meetings so that we can clear up our issues.
Next week, Henyard says she will call another special meeting. And as the year winds down, Thornton Township still without a budget. Regina Waldrop, NBC5 News.
Our thanks to Regina. Tiffany Henyard and her supporters are claiming a Democratic caucus this week in Thornton Township was rigged.
That caucus ended with Henyard, the incumbent, being thrown off the ballot for Thornton Township supervisor. The story is new at 6. Here's NBC5's Regina Waldrop.
With the special Board of Trustees meeting here canceled, Tiffany Henyard used some of the time to talk about Tuesday night's caucus and share what she says was her side of the story.
It was a hostile takeover.
The woman who calls herself super mayor, not backing down.
We will be in court. This is a legal battle.
Tiffany Henyard lost her bid for re-election Tuesday night during a Democratic caucus, with State Senator Napoleon Harris getting the nomination for Thornton Township supervisor. Henyard also serves as mayor of Dalton. She says the process, not fair.
He did not acknowledge anyone or anybody's demand. I was the only one that stood up to him.
There were people on the inside that was not from Thornton Township. There was children on the inside yelling and voting.
Henyard also says many of her supporters kept out of the building.
I asked, can you please let the residents inside the building? They said, no, they have a party. I said, but this is our residents. Let them in. They said no.
An attorney told us Henyard didn't have a certified assessor on her ticket, deeming her invalid for consideration.
That's not true. How would anybody know that if you didn't give me an opportunity to make my nominations?
In a statement of...
So that's the problem. You're not just coming in. This is a very interesting. I enjoy things that I have no clue on, so I can learn, and I feel like we're all learning together. They kind of present it as if it's just like I just walk in here and say, "Hey, I want to nominate myself." No, you actually have to do a little bit of work beforehand. So the whole caucus thing is almost kind of like perfunctory or performance, but you're at least qualified. You have to be qualified to stand in the caucus and be nominated. You can't just be nominated and then be like, oh man, I don't have, you got to do all that slate stuff beforehand. That's that pre-work. Tiffany Henyard didn't have the pre-work done, so she couldn't have walked in there and just been like, oh, nominate me. That's why when the question was asked, why did nobody nominate you, is because nobody knew that you were qualified, therefore nobody could nominate you. This is, I'm loving this. I love that. I'm absolutely loving this. Let us go. Let us finish.
Spokesman for Senator Harris told us in part, claims made by Supervisor Tiffany Henyard and her campaign representative are categorically false. The caucus proceedings were conducted in accordance with established protocols. Meanwhile, Tiffany Henyard says she will be on the April ballot.
Everybody has been calling us saying they're going to stand with Tiffany Henyard. I appreciate that. Even the naysayers say they're going to stand with me because people like righteousness. They don't like this wrong way of dictatorship for government.
And happening here tomorrow, a meeting for people challenging nominating petitions for people running for trustee and also township supervisor. Reporting from South Holland, I'm Regina Waldrop. NBC5 News.
Tonight, a ballot battle happening in Thornton Township where opponents are trying to knock Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard off the ballot for the April election.
Now, Henyard is also the mayor of Dalton, but her path to keep her second job just got more difficult. NBC5's Regina Waldrop was at the meeting in Homewood and tells us why Henyard won't be on the Democratic ticket for her supervisor re-election.
7 minutes. That's all it took for Tiffany Henyard to be out as the Democratic nominee for Thornton Township Supervisor. And she left here visibly upset.
Illegal meeting.
A crushing blow for Tiffany Henyard. Hundreds of people waited outside and dozens more inside an auditorium in Homewood as the results were announced. Illinois State Senator Napoleon Harris will be the Democratic nominee for Thornton Township Supervisor in the April election.
We had a caucus and the people voted for a slate of candidates to represent them at the April 1st consolidated election.
Henyard was in the room as the announcement came in. She called the vote unfair and illegal before leaving.
All the people outside, they let one person in.
It's one thing to win, but let's do it properly and let the people really have a voice. The people's voice was taken today.
Henyard's allies also raised questions about why so many people were not let into the building. They say she may seek to be a write-in candidate.
They wouldn't let none of the people in. This is absurd and something needs to be done about it. This is criminal.
The process was followed and it came out the way it was supposed to.
Richard Nolan is the Republican nominee for supervisor. Other positions that will be on the April ballot: township clerk, township assessor, highway commissioner, and 4 trustees. And again,
Wow.
Tiffany Henyard's camp saying what happened here, not fair. And they say their next step, legal action. Reporting from Homewood, I'm Regina Waldrop, NBC5 News.
Regina, thank you.
All right, so this is amazing. I have to admit, maybe I'm just having too much fun. So if y'all be like, Jason, look, you're doing too much, Jason, y'all are welcome to tell me. So please feel free, email management, Jason, take it down a notch. You're just having too much fun. I got 2 things I want to show you. Okay, first, hold on, I closed it out. Records, I closed it out. All right, I want to show you her married boyfriend threatening Regina Waldrop. I like, dude, this guy is out of control. So it is wild. Watching this I was like, because I watched it before. A lot of y'all saw this where Kamal Woods came up. Hold on one second. Bring it in. A lot of you all already saw this. You know, it was all over the news and all over social media and such like that. I didn't know who he was talking to, though. So I'm on Regina Waldrop's Facebook page, and she says he's talking to me on the page. So we're going to watch this again. And just look at this man, how he's talking to a female reporter. She's not out there bashing. I don't think she bashed Tiffany Henyard. I feel like she was pretty fair. I mean, I think so. I might be a little biased, but I think she was a little fair to Tiffany. She didn't say anything bad about Tiffany. She didn't say, you know, something about her weave or them spider eyelashes. She didn't say anything bad about her. But listen to how this man is talking to this woman. And as I said in the opening salvo, I wouldn't want to be doing this stuff in Chicago. I wouldn't want to be doing it. You just don't know how things are going in Chicago. You just don't know. And as somebody already said, you in Chicago with a New York hat on, bro, you don't even know where you at. Let's go. Here it comes.
Hey, I don't really do all the public speaking and say everybody, hey, have a good day when y'all leave here. Don't let nothing take your peace from you. Don't never let nothing take your peace from you. But that day, in that room, and the people that still standing on the side recording, and the way you put it out there on the news, y'all dead wrong. Some of y'all over there that's recording, y'all black. Remember that. Remember you black. It's the first thing you talk. Don't never forget you black. Don't never forget you black. Don't never forget that they took your right to vote that day. You ain't got to hide. They took your vote. You from Harvey, right? They took your vote too. You know what happened. Tell them the truth. You don't know how it feels to get beat down every day, 365 days out of the year. She gonna outwork you. She gonna outwork you. She gonna outwork you. You gonna keep chasing her. You gonna keep following the story. You gonna keep following the story. That's your job. Her job is to take care of the community. It started right here in this room. That's right. In 2021, the dream began to revitalize Dalton. To revitalize Dalton started right here in this room. In this room. You want to know the real story? Like she said, if you want the tea, get it from me. Get it from her. Go to her. If you're worth talking to, I see you. You look dead at me. I see you. You part of the problem. You gonna tell the truth, tell the truth. It ain't no guy, it's a lady. You part of the problem. You part of the problem. I'm talking to you. You part of the problem. But everybody in this room, off her. They took y'all rights.
Okay, wait, hold on. Y'all, this story has gotten crazy. David, you're gonna have to send me some links. David, Walton, I apologize. Waltall, please send me a link. DearWokesee@gmail.com. Please send me a link. Oh my gosh. This story is, I told y'all, this story is taking on a life of its own. This is the new YSL trial because it's just going to be crazy. It's just going to go crazier and crazier. Oh my gosh. Okay. So understand that man, Kamal, is talking to a female reporter like that. So he's talking to all that bravado is toward a woman, which is, that's wild. I even again, like, I don't see her being disrespectful to her, anybody and such like that. So that is really wild. But wow. The story just never stops. It never stops. Now, please do me a favor. Everybody lift your right hand and promise that you're going to watch the video that I drop tomorrow about the man that's responsible for Tiffany Henyard. A lot of you might know, a lot of you may not know. I pull up the interview with the man that's responsible for why Tiffany Henyard is in the role of supervisor of Thornton Township and kind of go over that and kind of share that. But one of the things that they talk about in that video is the fact that Tiffany Henyard has removed anybody who represents opposition from her from the Thornton Township website. Bruh, we talk about some epic pettiness here. So real quick, let me show you this and I'm gonna get up out of here. All right, this is some epic, high quality, high school level. If you got high school kids, this is some high school level petty. Now, first of all, I'm just gonna let the screen play. This is the Thornton Township website, thorntontownship.com. What do you notice on this page? Just when you see it, just put it in the chat. Put in the chat when you notice it. When you notice it, put it in the chat. Yo, everything. Y'all see it? Go on and put it in the chat when you see it, when you notice it, rather. Literally, Tiffany is all over this website. It is craziness. I'm like, is this like Tiffany.com? What is this? Is this Temu.com? What's going on here? She literally is using the Thornton Township website as almost like her own personal promotion page. I ain't seen this many pictures on somebody's Instagram. Like literally every slide is a picture of her. That is craziness. Okay, but this is the thing. Now again, now y'all pinky swear. Now you're gonna make sure you watch the video tomorrow. Please make sure you watch the video tomorrow because I think you'll have a good time. Okay, watch. So if you go under, I'm sorry, it is under about. If you go under about and you look at their elected officials, this is so wild. Now I don't want to tell you who the person is. I'm telling you that he's a man, and I don't want to ruin it because you got to make sure you watch the video tomorrow, right? Okay, but notice this. We got a picture of Tiff. We got a picture of Jerry Jones. Now, Jerry Jones is the previous trustee that resigned. And that's really why those two trustees don't want to come to the meeting, because they don't want to have a quorum to allow and empower Tiffany to just select somebody to fill that blank. If I'm not mistaken, today, Monday, is the last day for her to be able to do that. Tomorrow, the 10th, if I got it right, she's going to have to go through the process of an election process in order to fill in this blank. So that's why those two trustees weren't coming to the meetings. So when she said they don't have insurance, it was really because they didn't want to come because they didn't want to give her the quorum that she would need to just unilaterally select somebody to fill in this blank. Because a lot of people say it's Dots. Dots is the guy she's going to tap to be the next trustee. Well, now that option is off the table because that window of opportunity is gone. So now tomorrow, if I got it right, tomorrow they have to vote on accepting his resignation and the process to find a new trustee. But that's just another thing. Okay, but notice this. This is Darlene Everett. I mean, Darlene Gray Everett. And she's that woman that's been standing next to Tiffany Henyard whenever she's a very quiet woman. It is what it is. But here, look at this. Here, let me jump. Now, Loretta Wells, as far as I know, she's a middle of the road centrist, if you will, trustee. Notice she has a picture, okay? And then this guy, Gary Dupuy, or Pepe is his name, and he has a picture. He's the highway commissioner. Well, notice here, Carmen Carlisle. I kind of skipped her. Why did you do that, Jason? Because she doesn't have a picture. Carmen Carlisle is the woman that Tiffany Henyard calls Carmen Carlier. So she's actually removed her picture from the website. That's how petty she is. But watch this. Jason, didn't you say there was another trustee? I sure did. I did say there was another trustee. And guess what? She's actually removed his whole name from off the website. You don't even see his name on here. So the guy tomorrow, in my tomorrow video that y'all pinky promised that you're going to watch, well, that's going to be the first time you hear his name mentioned because she's removed his name off of the website. That's how petty she is. That's wild. Hey, Dwayne, I got to put you in 0-second timeout, my guy. You can't be giving people, don't give it away. Don't be saying his name is Chris Gonzalez. Don't be saying that. Wait, did I say it? Doggone it. I ain't got my glasses on. So this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. I didn't know that people could be this petty. I did not know it was this possible to be this petty. But Jason, you also said that this website is basically her own self-promotion page. Do you have any other evidence to that fact? Sure. Go here to events. And by the way, I did drop the link to ThorntonTownship.com in here. Go down here to events, please forgive me, and look at the events. Click on the first event. And the name is her name is almost bigger than the description of the event. Like, what are you promoting? And even I just noticed that she has like her picture up here at the top. Yo. Okay. So we got the Christmas lighting. We got the bingo. You see her name there? Wait, I don't think her picture's here. Oh, never mind. My bad. Christmas box giveaway. Like everything is about her. Past events. Let's see. Oh, there she is again. Like there is nothing that is not about her. This is craziness. There's not an event that's not about her. Y'all, Thornton, y'all got to get rid of this. I don't know, Yolanda. I have no idea. But I started going down this rabbit hole and it got real scary. And I said, look, I got to get y'all over to help me rescue me out of this rabbit hole because this thing is crazy. I didn't think it was possible to be this self-absorbed. But yet, look at where we are. She looks like a shiny troll. Why are you people like this? But yeah, so this is so wild. Kamal over here threatening news anchor ladies. She over here talking about she knows she gonna be on the ballot. I don't know how you know you're gonna be on the ballot, girl. I don't know how you know that, but we're gonna see. Oh my gosh. This is wild, but yeah, I thought this was interesting. So please, if you don't mind, tomorrow I'm gonna I reviewed the interview that Chris Gonzalez did on with the local newspaper. Shout out to the Lansing Journal. They do a great job on this topic as well. And it's super interesting to hear Chris Gonzalez's thought process and how he ended up in this situation and what they plan on doing to kind of get out of it. It's very interesting. I do ask that you check it out, give me your feedback and so forth like that. Shout out to all the people that I've ran into that are actually in Dalton or in Thornton Township and in those surrounding areas. Y'all holding it down for sure. All right, real quick. As far as I know, I believe her parents have passed away. That's what I understand. Okay, great question, Vicky. Says, do you know if she was actually elected? Does the salary go back to the beginner's supervisor salary? Okay, great questions, super great questions. In Thornton Township, she was actually appointed in Thornton Township. So there was like a perfect storm of like shenanigans happening with the previous supervisor who had passed away. He had been there for like 20 years. So of course he had been getting raises and promotions and raises and not promotions, but raises and increases. And so when he passed away, he was making like 230. So when she came into position, I don't know why they did it. They decided to, because the original position is only supposed to be, because it's a part-time role. The Thornton Township supervisor is a part-time role. Same thing with the Dalton mayor. Those are both part-time jobs. So she was supposed to go back to the, I want to say it was like 50,000, but she shanghaied and arm twisted them to keep it at the 250 or 240, wherever it was when the previous supervisor passed away. So that's why. So at the current moment, whoever, when she loses or whatever, the role is supposed to go back down to the original 50, if I got it right. Now, again, I'm willing to admit if I got it wrong, y'all can always correct me. Y'all was quick to correct me any other time. So to answer your question, Vic to the Veil, I believe that it's going to go back down because, again, that was a ridiculous amount. And so that's going to go back down to like the 50,000 or something like that, some kind of reasonable amount. And it won't be that 240 moving forward for whomever is the next supervisor, which hopefully will not be Tiffany Henyard. And the same thing with the Dalton role is, I mean, again, it's like 50,000 itself. So that's probably not going to change. So whoever holds the role of Dalton mayor is going to probably make about 50. Whoever becomes a supervisor is going to probably make about 50, give or take. But hey, they up in Chicago. So hey, don't. All right, let me see real quick. I lost track of where we were. Okay, here we go. I don't know about her dad. I believe her mother was a cancer. She succumbed to cancer. That's why her big thing with cancer. And again, it might be from a genuine place of being concerned about cancer survivors, but I think it was sadly misguided after that fact. So I believe, and I could be wrong. So anybody's welcome to correct me because your boy don't know it all. All right. Yo, and that was a really good point. That's a great point. Thank you, John Devin Bates. I don't know. Why don't I have my glasses? Okay. So Chris Gonzalez talks about that because you remember Tiffany Henyard used to be really big on mental health. Well, Chris Gonzalez discusses why they've been voting against her referendums for mental health. And it's really interesting. So if you want to talk about some shady politics, it was a very interesting interview. So please check that out. All right. As a 25-year resident of Dalton, this is Sherry Hatcher Britton. Shout out to you, Sherry. I'm glad her time is almost up. Sherry, I need to know what y'all, I need some information. Please email management, dearwokec@gmail.com. I would love to hear how can we as the extended Dalton Thornton family, how can we support you all in what y'all are doing? Do we pray? Do I invite Jason House on to talk? Do I invite Napoleon Harris on to have a conversation? Does Chris Gonzalez need to come over here? What do we need to do to support you all? Because I think the overall general consensus is that we don't want Tiffany Henyard to be running amok in y'all's town or your township after April. So what can we do? If you don't mind, Sherry Hatcher, Britton, email management. We would love to help y'all out and do what we can to give you support as you're extended the the incorporated Dalton Thornton Township community. There we go. Okay, the supervisor is full time. Is it? Okay, every newscast I've heard, Sherry, and again, thank you so much. I'm telling y'all right now, I'm a pre-K Illinois Journal government person. Every newscast I've heard, it said they were both part-time. That's why they could run both positions. But if I'm wrong, again, thank you so much. She wants to go down. She probably does. I wouldn't be surprised. She wants to go down to 25, 20K. I wouldn't be surprised. So wait, a full-time supervisor only making 25? Man, you can go be a pre-K teacher for that. You can be a kindergarten teacher. Yeah, that's wild. Did she change it, or was it already with the last? What's the guy's name? That's what I'm wondering. Okay. It went back down to the 25, correct? That's what I heard. Like once this election is over with. So if Harris wins or the Republican wins, that salary is going to be about 25K. That's what I was told. So somewhere in that range. That makes sense. Oh, she's all about herself. And the thing is, I know, you all know that those people that standing behind her, backing her, Dots and what's that? Price and the dude with the dreadlocks. Eventually, one of them is gonna fall out with her. Eventually, one of them is gonna say something wrong. One of them is not gonna side with something she's doing, and lo and behold, they gonna be on the outs, and they gonna get the same treatment that Carlisle and Gonzalez and House and all these other people getting. This is gonna be crazy. Oh, her parents are alive. I apologize. Then I know she was talking about her mother. Maybe I misunderstood what she was saying when she said her mother battled cancer. The way she said it, and I don't remember when it was it was one of the Dalton board meetings where she was talking about the charity, and it sounded, maybe I misunderstood it. Then I apologize. If her mom and parents are alive, shout out to them. You are correct. The position pays goes back down to original salary. She only got his salary because she stepped into his role. Yeah, because he died like midterm, right? And that's how she got appointed to the role. She's never actually run for supervisor. She's only been appointed as a supervisor to fill that role for the previous gentleman who passed away. And now this will be her first time, for lack of a better term, defending her position and being elected. And that's where the problem is. Hey, thank you so much for the super chat, Eric. What does Eric say here? Wait, hold on 1 second. Thank you so much for the super. Eric says, thank you for the $5 super. He says this. No, she changed it, but they passed a bill so the next person would get. Really? Well, I'm running for it. I'm about to run up there. Who wants to be my was it certified assessor? That's why I need to make sure I got my slate right. This case is crazy. I'm telling you right now. I don't trust. No, I think everything. The thing is, in my opinion, one of the shortfalls of pretty much everybody who's been dealing with Tiffany Henyard, this is just my little observation. Very few people ask her to show me where this is. Like, let's stop the press. We're gonna pause the meeting. Please give us the receipts. Show us what you're talking about. Because she gets away with it. She sounds a lot like a kid who comes to teacher and says, hey, I got my homework in my book bag. I'll give it to you after lunch. And then I'll give it to you after recess. Can I give it to you before the day's out? I haven't been over to my book bag yet. I'll go get it in a minute. And then by the end of the day, They get on the bus. I mean, they walk out the door to get on the bus. Like, oh, I'm sorry. I'll bring it to you in the morning because I'm on my way to the bus. I'm running late to get to my bus. That's what she sounds like to me. People need to hold her accountable and ask her, challenge her, push her, and press her to show what she's talking about. That's my little 2 cents. All right. Oh, that's what happened. So he passed. I forgot his name. I forgot the gentleman's name. He passed 1 year into his term. His salary was so high because he was there for about 30 years. Okay, there we go. I heard he had been there for a long time. I can't wait. That's what I'm saying. Like, this case is going to be bonkers. Whatever happens, I think it's fair to say she's not going to get elected. If she's a write-in candidate, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. There's no way a write-in candidate is going to. Now, we up in Chicago now. Shout out to all my Chi-Town people now. Y'all up there in Cook County. Y'all be getting down like that. But I don't think a write-in candidate really holds a candle to a duly recognized. And I wonder if you write in somebody who's not qualified, can they? I don't think that can happen anyway. Because she would, maybe she's qualified. Maybe she would be qualified if she has her slate, but I don't think they can. That would be interesting. So that's what I'm saying. This case is going to be wild. I get all my signatures right. Look, but hey, what you want to do, Bitter Lily? Tell me what you want, what role you want. You want to be a trustee? I got you. We got you tight. Yeah. Oh, and don't forget, her boyfriend is getting like $100,000. He got like $100,000 salary. Doing what? What does he do? Nobody really knows what he does, but he gets paid from Dalton or from the township. That's crazy. We have been working to get together, to get her together for 3+ years. Who's that? Who? But like I said, Sherry, emailing. If there's something we can do, if I'll what's his name? Edward Steve, if he want to come on and talk about this journey, if Tammy Brown. I know more of y'all trustees than I know my own county trustees. If any of them, hey, if they want to come on, I will absolutely give them a platform. Hey, if Tiffany want to come on, she gonna get them questions though. But hey, if we are the unincorporated, annexed Dalton community, so if we can help y'all out, let me know. Not like I'm that big of a deal, but if they want to come on and talk, if Jason House want to come on and talk about his plans for Dalton, absolutely. Give him some mic drop moments. He can go put that on his social media. All that, whatever. Oh, okay. I got you. Because she keeps deflecting and making excuses. I mean, we watched her do it when she told the media, like, I've given it to you. Now it's up to you to put it together. Like, what are you talking about? Where does this come from? That's true. See, but that's why people need to understand, like they haven't had a budget. They haven't had a working budget in better than a year, maybe of a year and a half. That's crazy. That's crazy. So all these issues and problems, that's going to be out of control. Zuccarelli, that's his name. Thank you so much. Frank Zuccarelli was his name. That's the previous supervisor that passed away that Tiffany Henyard replaced. Please don't write in. Please don't write in, Tiff. Please don't. Yeah, that's it. She wasn't qualified. But see, that's why. Okay, that's another reason why I think when she walked in, she did not immediately nominate herself. Because think about it. If you had turned in your paperwork, you had all your boxes checked. So you know that you are qualified to be a nominee? Wouldn't you run in to say, I nominate myself? I nominate, hey, over here, I'm the one. Why wouldn't you nominate yourself? Because she knows that she wasn't qualified. So she comes in fussing about people behind her because she's the chaos queen. She's worried about people locked outside, which again, maybe that's a real valid concern, but you're not concerned about the most important thing, which is getting your name on the ballot so these people that are here can actually vote for and say yay for you. Because even if they got in, you weren't going to be qualified. So it really didn't matter that you bust all these people in. It didn't matter. You weren't qualified. Please don't, Caustic Chameleon, please don't be writing your name in. Sometimes I kind of wonder, like, do people really write in candidates? No, we don't want you. No, we don't want you doing that. Oh my gosh, it's the best. I'd be on my best behavior, I promise you. She is blowing smoke. She won't win in Dalton. I don't see why and how she would. I was at the caucus. Oh, so you were there, and she was late. She keeps saying that the people were locked out. She didn't talk about the rules. Okay, so Sherry, is it fair to say that was it a pack? Sherry, I might have to drop the link. Sherry, you got to get up on here. I'm sorry, you might have to get up on here, but so from my understanding, and feel free to chime in, Sherry, there's about 600 people in the auditorium, gymnasium for the caucus. Now, apparently, according to her testimony, Tiffany said that there was the same amount of people outside. So do you believe that there was really 500 people outside, whether they were for or against Tiffany Henyard is not the point. Are you saying, do you believe that there was that many people outside? You have to be a registered Democrat and ID was required and you had to live in the township. I believe all of those things. But I mean, they kind of made it sound like a child would not be with their mom or dad. Like my kids would have been there if I was there. All right. Jason was mayor pro tem when she refused to come to board meetings. And so if she doesn't come, if they have a board meeting, and remember they used to have it in Village Hall, and then they started having board meetings in this much larger, looks like an event hall or whatnot, lots more room and stuff like that. Well, when Tiffany Henyard, literally the judge said, you have to stop having it at Village Hall. You need to have it this event place where the trustees are meeting because there's more space. You can get more people in there. You can meet the fire code, all that stuff. When Tiffany Henyard doesn't show up, they can, Jason House is the mayor stand-in, if I understand that correctly. I don't know why it is that. Well, first of all, I'm sorry. I know why. Because as somebody said earlier, she's blowing smoke. So she claims that she got video evidence. Do you think that if Tiffany Henyard had video evidence that would show and make somebody look a fool, that she wouldn't have that plastered all over the township website? Come on, man. Absolutely. I'm with you, Yolanda. I'm in Georgia, and this is wild. She didn't pass petitions. Okay, now I feel like I might have missed something. No, I don't think she goes anywhere. That's her new gang. This is a great Nola coming in there with the fire right there. She has to realize she cannot judge. She cannot judge, jury, and convict people off of I heard, I think, and I feel. She has to bring her burden of proof and evidentiary support to hold up in court. That's why I don't think there's a lawsuit coming at all. I don't think that, and I've said that before. I don't know. Okay, Vic to the Veil. People disagree. People disagree, but hey, anything can sadly happen. Anything can sadly happen for sure. Oh, for sure. Email me for sure, Sherry. Let me drop my email again. And if you know somebody that's involved, or you maybe have a relationship with somebody and they say, hey, I know this crazy guy in Atlanta, he would love to talk to you about what's going on in Dalton, and his audience is the best live chat on the internet, all that kind of good jazz. We'd love to talk to him. And if there's something we can do to help. Again, we are the unincorporated Thornton Township. Very, very unincorporated Thornton Township. And we don't put raisins in our potato salad. So there we go. So Waymont Smith says it was a full house and she was 30 minutes late as usual. There you go. I've talked to a few Dalton residents, Vic says, and she still has a lot of influence, but the Thornton Township big bucks is over. Okay. Now, I'm wondering how much of that support in Dalton is because she gives away so much stuff. When you go to the website, you don't see very much that's not centered around giving things away, money. So I'm wondering how much of her support is geared around bucks or doing something for people rather than them doing something for themselves. Like I'll pull it back in real quick, and I'm just wondering. Now, I'm not saying that she might have some valid support. She might. But I'm just wondering how much of it is really like, senior citizen transportation. Okay. We have a bus system here in Georgia that does that. Here's a job. Okay. Christmas tree lighting ceremony. And notice the name is bigger than anything else. Her picture, her name is bigger than anything else. We're cooking with Tiffany. All right. I don't know what they're cooking, but apparently that's a big thing. Tech savvy. She's teaching people. I'll give you this right here. This is definitely something useful for seniors, how to use technology. I can give you that. I can be fair with that. Okay, so Sherry, because Sherry was there, so I'm gonna take Sherry as our woman on the street, boots on the ground. She said she saw maybe about 100 people outside. All were not with her, and that's what I saw. I didn't see 500 people. I saw people outside. There was a good little mob of people, group of people outside. And there's no way I would have said that every last one of those people were there in support of Tiffany Henyard, nor would I say also that that there was, 200 plus 300, 400 people there. That's crazy. All right. Oh, no problem, John. No problem at all, brother. Jason is mayor pro temp. If she shows up, she gets to take over the meeting. I don't agree with that. I don't either. If Jason starts, like, for example, if the meeting was supposed to start at 9 o'clock, well, it's 9 o'clock. The meeting's supposed to start at 6 o'clock and she's not there. Jason House takes over. If she shows up at 6:25, she is no longer, she's out of pocket. She's late. But that's my understanding, or that's how I would handle it. But I ain't writing no rules. Okay, the higher ups came up with a way to get rid of her, and Dalton is next. She has done too much in bringing unwanted bad attention to everyone involved, and they are going to get rid of her either way. Ever be? I don't disagree. I don't disagree at all. She claimed to be filing a lawsuit today. Okay, but watch this. She also claimed that she had done a budget. She also claimed that everybody knew the finances or the financials and such of that nature. Show it. Just show it. That's all. Just show it. When Napoleon Harris comes on and says, I'm being sued by Tiffany Henyard or whatever like that, then I'll believe it. Until then, I don't believe her. I do not believe her. I'm in California, Sharon says, and hooked. This tip does not need to get back in the township. That's what I'm saying. This story is I'm telling you, this is the new YSL trial. I'm sorry. This is the new YSL. I mean, I'm expecting people to tap in from the Philippines next. I mean, it's all over. Like this story has, I know people in Uganda that talk about this story. Okay. It's just that bad. It's just such a black eye for that section of the Cook County, Chicago, southern suburbs area. So, because she's always giving away free stuff. Absolutely. That's why they still support her in Dalton. I agree, Vic Vale. I agree. Seniors mostly, absolutely. They're getting turned up. They're getting $1,000 at a bingo. Look, I'll go play some bingo if that be the case. Let's go. Yo, shut up. Y'all, Peter, I got to put you in 0-second timeout, my guy. Tiff said, not the Tiff OnlyFans page. Goodbye. I got to put you in timeout. You got to go in 0-second timeout, my guy. Food and prizes, all paid with taxpayer money. See? Yeah, that's a very interesting point. Some of the things that Dalton does are amazing. Like, wait, y'all cut grass, y'all shovel snow, cut tree limbs. Look, I've never heard of that before. I'm not saying that it's not normal, but I've never heard of that before. Because I'm telling you right now, I got a tree in my yard right now. It will be in my yard until I go get it cut. And my grass will still need to be cut. Well, we're in winter now, technically. Or so my grass is dormant, but you got my point. What? Nah, I have been out going door to door with the board. More people are dissatisfied than when we recalled her. Most of the big bingo folks are from Calumet City. Really? Oh man, Sherry, I thank you so much. Oh yeah, Joanne says here, people don't be blind. That's what Township does. This gives help to people. She's not giving anything away from her own pocket. It belongs to the citizens of Thornton Township. I agree. She ain't never been on time to a meeting. Every meeting I've seen, she's been super inappropriately late. So I will give you that for sure. Okay, Dwayne, I need to see it. If you're saying she's suing Dots, I need to see it. I got to send me. Right, she don't get the money. Like she herself has been sued. She is like, I don't think you can say that all the time. We Americans believe in tort, so we're forever talking about, oh, I'm gonna sue you. Oh, I'm gonna sue the people that put that on air sign behind me because they ain't turned it on. We say that all the time with no intention. We don't know a lawyer the first. We ain't got 4 pennies to rub together, much less to hire an attorney to sue somebody. So I think she said it, but hey, I'm willing to accept if you show me a lawsuit. If you say, hey, Jason, I went to lawsuits.com. I see right here, Tiffany Henyard is suing Dots. She's suing Harris. She's suing the people that put in that bad weave. She's suing whoever be selling her a big old long spider eyelashes. Okay. Hey, then I accept it. Until then, I got to see it though. I'm like Doubting Thomas. I can't put my finger in the nail print. I ain't believing it. Yeah, like I mean, she going through lawyers like Sarah Boone, my guy. That's a lot. They're from North Carolina. Yo, we might have to do it next time. We're gonna do a state check-in. We're gonna do a check-in, like where are you from? We're gonna have to do that next. She's trying to do a quick money grab. Also, she wants people to do a write-in, so she wants to vote. So I heard she's asking for social security numbers and driver's license ID cards, mostly targeting senior. Yo, please don't give Tiffany your information and find out that this woman did some identity theft on her way out the door. Please don't give her your stuff. Yeah, see, this is the part where a lot of people have no no empathy for Tiffany Henyard. Remember that time she blocked off Village Hall in Dalton like a block because there was going to be a protest. And so she didn't let older senior citizens park. She didn't let older senior citizens get close access to the door. They had to walk and push wheelchairs and all that stuff to get to the meeting. So no. So what did John say? She's complaining about people being locked out and couldn't get in the caucus, but locked out the Dalton residents from their own city building. Her own residents are waiting outside, locked out. Amen. That's a great point. That is the craziest thing. Like, I've never heard of a bingo game giving away washer machines and big TVs and stuff like that. Hold on. The dangerous crew just came in. Oh, Lord. Oh, gosh. Why? What's wrong?
Bro.
What are you doing?
So, like, my friend, she didn't go to the Christmas party because she was on a date. And she was like, oh, me and him, you know, we went down to the square, we walked by the train tracks, and then we laid on the train tracks.
What?
I don't think it was that long, but I was
Why?
like, so confused because I was like, why aren't you in a John Green movie? That's actually the plot of Fault in Our Stars. And so we put the cigarette between our teeth, but we don't let it kill us. Like, what?
What are you? Why?
I've been cackling about this for the entire car ride.
Please.
Do you like my ribbon in my hair? It's the ribbon that comes on blankets. Did you?
Goodbye.
I didn't get a blanket.
Goodbye, Trina. Goodbye, Asher Bear. Get upstairs to see your mom. Your mom wants to see y'all. Yeah, so go upstairs. Y'all in trouble. So go on and get up there.
Why are we in trouble? What
I don't know. I don't know. I was just saying it to make y'all leave. Shut the door, Bird. Make sure you shut the garage too, please.
I'm gonna shut you.
Anyway, if you are a parent of teenagers, you know what I have to deal with. So they just came from their class, one of their class Christmas parties, and they're crazy. I have no idea why they're so crazy. It's their mom's fault. It's my wife's fault. The township is a resource entity. So is it supposed to be that though? Or is it supposed to be a means to point you to being successful? And also, please, Sherry, I also want to know about small businesses and business licenses in Dalton or Thornton Township. This is a very great point, Nola. Thank you so much. He says, I noticed something. Her new lawyer, Max Solomon, has been real quiet on the subject, and she hasn't been bringing him on the scene with him like the rest of the crew. I think that's a great point, because it would seem like if he were there and he was saying, yes, this is illegal, or the caucus was not done correctly, it would seem to carry a little bit more weight, in my opinion. That's a great point, though. Good catch. Thank you, N Doug, for blessing 5 people with memberships. Thank you so much, N Dog, for the unincorporated Thornton Township community. We appreciate you. Thank you for blessing 5 people to become new residents of the unincorporated Dalton. For the Thornton unincorporated. We gotta come up with a better name than that. I'll think of something. Oh, interesting. So I thought he was, well, but wait, no, I've seen him at Thornton Township meetings. I've seen Max Solomon. That's the guy that sits there like this and barely blinks. I've seen him at township meetings. I'm almost certain. I'm almost certain I've seen him at Dalton meetings, and I've seen him at Thornton meetings, because that's that long table and that white room with the hardwood floors. I've seen them at that. The Thornton, what? The attorney in Thornton was fired today. Y'all, please. This thing is so out of control. To get the tea, ask me. That's what she says. That's what she says. That is such an interesting. Oh my gosh. Smith is in Mexico. There we go. We are all over the place. Okay, real quick. What's this say here? She's hooked up all of the people with high-paying jobs. They are collectively come together and campaign for her, right? And or else back to the $20 an hour jobs. I see what you did there. I see exactly what you did there. I like that. Yo, please don't let these people give that woman their information, because you know that is identity theft 101. She will pay your loved one's funeral bills. What she isn't saying is that the strict guidelines and you only get $3K. Matter of fact, I did not plan to, but there is a fantastic content creator. Let me find it real quick. She did a breakdown of that whole I'm giving away $2.4 million to get your property tax refund. She broke it down to basically these people are getting like $50 when the smoke clears. It's embarrassing. Real quick, and I did not plan on bringing this up, but here we are, because you know that's what we're doing. All right, where is this video? It is right here. Okay. And matter of fact, watch this. Okay, I am not going to be here all night. So I know y'all gonna be like, look, Jason, you up here all night. Okay, couple things. First thing off the bat, in this video is Max Solomon. Is that him right there? Is that Max Solomon right there in the black suit? Isn't that him? Because this is a Thornton meeting. Real quick, let me know in the chat. Is that Max? Thank you, Endor, for giving more people, blessing more people to be members of the best live chat and the best Discord on the planet. Max filed court documents when he was suspended. Really? Yeah, you can't do that. You cannot do that. If you're suspended, you cannot do any legal actions. Oh, man. I see some, man, y'all, these comments are crazy. No, his name is Eric. Oh, that's not him? Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, lots of no's. Okay, my bad. Man, y'all keeping me straight. Y'all keeping me right. Okay. And you know what another thing is? I think I like this story about Dalton is because it makes Atlanta look a little less crazy. There you go. That's it. Atlanta needs to look a little less crazy. Okay, so his name. Oh, so this is Eric. Oh, that's the guy I thought. Okay, Max is Nigerian. Really? Oh, the Delgado group. Okay, got you. Okay. All right. So real quick. All right, this is a really interesting shout out to this channel is called Just Doing Nails. Shout out to Just Doing Nails. That's a great name. Just Doing Nails. Just Doing Nails. So she broke down the whole tax refund or property tax refund, and is exactly like you and I probably already thought. Is a big scam. But where is it? Right here. Okay, here it is right here. All right, we're gonna watch this together. I thought it was really fun. No, Atlanta, don't take the cake. Leave me alone, man. Brad, Van. No, leave me alone. Dalton is worse than Atlanta. Dalton must be stopped. Come on, leave me alone. Okay, real quick, let's watch this because this is really interesting. Because you know, one of the big things is Tiffany was trying to do that tax refund. Let me back it up because she's talking right here about it. Okay. All right, let me back up just a little smidgen. All right, here we go. Let's go.
who said this. Wake up, people. She's only giving you a tax refund because it's election year. We also know that you're only going to end up getting about $20 per family because once you split that money between everybody, you're not going to get much. And this is so true because what Tiffany is saying that she's giving out $2.2 million to all homeowners, okay? So with that information, I wanted to know how many homeowners are actually in Thornton Township. So since we do live in the age of Google, I went ahead and looked up the census reporter. All right, and I was able to figure out that there are 65,744 number of housing units in the township. And of those, owner occupied are 63%. And so according to my calculations, there are 41,418 homeowners in Thornton Township. So the next, I divided that 2.2 million by the 41,418 homeowners and came up with a whopping $53 per household. Yes, that.
So she's buying votes because I think there's a money. I think it's a money grab, a vote buying scheme. She's trying to buy votes for $53, y'all. That is crazy. That is not somebody's light bill. That's not somebody's electric bill up there in the winter. She's trying to give them $53. Man, that is embarrassing. Let's go. Let's finish this up.
That's how much they'll be getting, and she's advertising it like it's going to be this 100% tax refund extravaganza. Okay. The crazy thing about this is that the former supervisor, Frank Zuccarelli, also did this. The difference in him doing it is that he didn't use it as a campaign pitch, okay? He just posted it online, let the residents know, hey, this is what you're going to get. It's not going to be much. It's going to be about $50 per household, but at least it's something, and we decided to go.
Okay, so Frank actually did this as well and, said, hey, it's about $55. I mean, and it wasn't like a campaign shell game.
Go ahead and give it back to you. But once again, Tiffany Henyard uses everything, the town's resources, the food bank, everything as a campaign pitch.
If you are a homeowner in Thornton Township, you will be getting a tax refund. It's the first of its kind. It's 100% property tax historic refund.
So you guys, I can't with the lies that just spew out her mouth. She does it so effortlessly. Okay, there is no way she's giving 100% tax refund to homeowners. Why is she sitting up here lying? I just broke it down what she's going to be giving. So why is she using this word 100% tax refund? Why? Is there something about tax language and jargon that I don't understand? Because, I was not a math whiz in school. So maybe there's something I'm missing. Let me know down in the comments if you guys see it differently and if she's actually saying it correctly. But from what I'm hearing, she's saying 100%, meaning you're going to get all your property taxes that you paid back. That's what I get from it.
And I think that's what most people would have got from it. That's what I would have thought. If you say 100% tax, look, I already wrote my property tax and I work for a company that deals with property taxes. So I kind of know, look, oh, you gonna give me my property? You 100%? I'm hearing that. That's what I'm hearing. All right, let's see what we got here. There we go. Thank you so much, LaDonna. It was N-Dog who's keeping people, my unincorporated Thornton community, thriving. Yeah, that's what everybody would think. That's what I'm saying. I would think 100% is 100%. So if you paid $6,000, I'm expecting 100% of what I paid. That is wild. I knew that was a problem, but I didn't do the math yet. I had not sat down. So shout out to, was it Just Doing Nails? What a name. Here, let me drop this in the chat. Shout out to Just Doing Nails. Give us a shout out because you're doing some great work over there. And her microphone sounds amazing. So I got to give a shout out. Always give a shout out to people who have great microphones. Just Doing Nails. Yeah, Just Doing Nails. Shout out to her. All right. Lots of good commentary. So there it is right there if y'all want to check out that video, if you hadn't already seen it. This is a very interesting point. Dwayne says right here, the township gets most of its money from government grants. It's a welfare scheme. That kind of makes sense though, because I've been wondering why is everything they do, why do they do so much for the people there? Like where I live in a pretty small suburb of Atlanta. There's no services like what they do in there. There's no services for them. I mean, they are not cutting my grass. And if we had snow, they're not shoveling my walkway. They might send the truck down the street, but that's about it. That's very interesting, man. Shout out to that, man, Dwayne. That's good catch. You're doing an awesome job as well, DWC. Thank you so much, man. Bless you, man. Thank you so much, Nola. You know what? You will be on my slate because of that. So when I run, because I'm running up there to Dalton to run for supervisor, because y'all paying them $250, I'm coming up there. So you can join me. We'll just do it remote. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Milwaukee, y'all up there, man. Why y'all call it Chicago? Are y'all are wild, man. Oh, she's a professional artist, man. She will talk the ears off a donkey. She will. Like, that is so wild. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I was leery of the 2 million tax refund, 100% tax refund, until Just Doing Nails did the math. I'm like, yo, $53, man, my kids burn that up at Starbucks in a month. Like, man, get out of here. Like, get out of here. All right. Oh no, but see, when I come up there, Toy BSN RN, see, they had to give it to me automatically because they're gonna have to give it to me automatically. I don't know how. Somehow or another, I gotta make it work. Gotcha. I didn't see Chicago Red. Shout out to you. I think you left me a comment today. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I apologize. Now I'm awake. I'm back now. Tiffany will be the reason townships in Illinois will be dismantled. She makes the case that they are not needed. It has been on the table now for about 10 years. Really? So you think that'll be the case? Okay, I am kind of interested. I have to admit, I'm a little bit like, what is the purpose? So we have counties here in Georgia. Y'all have counties up in Illinois. So I live in Cobb County and Dalton is in, I think it's in Cook County. I know Chicago's a part of Cook County. And inside of the county are towns. So so I kind of understand it, but I don't think we have a county. I don't think there's any supervisor for my county. We have mayors for the cities, and there's a couple of governmental bodies for the county of Cobb County, but I don't think there's a supervisor role. That's so interesting that they do that. Interesting. She 90% lies, 10% is suspect. And well, look, you're being gracious with the 10%. Oh no, that's a whole recipe for disaster and corruption. Yeah, you're in Cook County, right? Yeah, I got it. All right, so inside of the county are villages outside of Chicago. Villages are towns. So I'm going to use, but each village has a mayor. It's a supervisor role that this doesn't make sense to me. Because I'm like, wait, because all the mayors report to the supervisor, or at least support and whatnot with the supervisor. What's the purpose of the supervisor then? Because that does seem like quite a bit of power when you think, I think yesterday we looked at, I think it's like 165,000 people in that whole 16 town conglomeration that makes up Thornton Township. That's a lot of people for Tiffany to be responsible for and to have power over and such like that. What's the purpose of that though? I want to know. Inside the counties, they have cities. Right, right. That's what we have here. Inside our counties, we have cities, right? But we don't have a county supervisor, manager person. That's the one aspect I think we don't have. Well, not one aspect. I mean, I'm sure there's other parts of it as well, but like, yeah, I don't think we don't have anything akin to that. I need to invite Sherry. No, Sherry is 100%. Shoot me an email. We can schedule some time because I would love to hear more about this. Not even to pick on Tiffany, but I want to know what we can do as the unincorporated. Here she is right here. As the unincorporated, unelected Dalton residents and township residents of the best live chat on the internet. What can we do to help out? So, Sherry, if you shoot me an email, and matter of fact, Chicago Red, same thing. If either of y'all, let me just drop it in the chat real quick. Shoot me an email. I would love to have you come on and just talk about this because I'm kind of fascinated. I ain't gonna lie. I'm really interested in it, but also want to know what can we as the bystanders do? Like I said, I will if Jason House wants to come on and talk, and if Chris Gonzalez or Edward Steve or Kiana Belcher or one of them want to come on and talk about what's going on and talk about their platform, absolutely, absolutely. Because I think a lot of people are really interested in this, not just for the train wreck aspect of it, though. Tiffany is a little bit of fun. Let's just tell the truth, shame the devil. But I think ultimately a lot of people are concerned about y'all and they would like to help if it's something. And again, if Jason House wanted to come on to talk about his platform and to get some clips so he can share them on his social media, 100%. Probably not tonight because your boy's eyes is getting heavy, but I will definitely do that. We have a county commissioner and board, right? We do have that. So I've never thought of the county commissioner as like okay, now I got to do like a side by side now. That's very interesting. Because I don't know. That's a good question, Peter. You're back out of timeout, by the way, Peter. Shout out to you. Is the county commissioner the same as like the township supervisor? I got to do a side by side. Okay, wait. Okay. No, the supervisor's over services. Maybe that's why she's always giving away stuff. That would kind of make sense. That would make a whole lot of sense, Toy. That's why everything she does is giving away stuff. Or if that makes okay. Y'all keeping your boy right. Do not let me go around here misrepresent y'all. Because Sherry said, look, them supervisors ain't over the mayors. Oh, thank you so much, Art. I love my girls. Okay. It consists of 17 small villages, right, that make up the township, right? Yeah, we went through and we read all of the different towns that make up the Thornton Township. I'm coming to grips with the role of the superintendent or supervisor. Please give me superintendent. Because I feel like that's the part to me that just doesn't make sense. Yeah. I don't know, man. We're about to turn this into, look, we might have to go back to 5th grade civics class. In a minute, the township supervisor runs the resources of that township. That makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. That's exactly why she's always giving away stuff. I love y'all. I absolutely love y'all. Yeah, that budget has got to be wild. I would love to hear it too, because there's a lot of, but oh, that's right. Because in Dalton, she's over all of those resources. But okay, that makes sense now. That also makes sense when Chris Gonzalez is talking about the referendums that they are pushing in Thornton, all the things that they were talking about were all services. And I didn't think about that. Or they were services. They weren't like school board or stuff that was a little bit more concrete, but they were services. That makes perfect sense now. Okay. She just has power over the stuff. Okay. That makes now I'm cooking now. I think I've been watching since it came clear, since that whole debacle with Las Vegas. When she came back from the Vegas trip, somehow or another, I found out about the story and I was watching it and I was totally enamored with it. Yeah, absolutely. Chicago Red. If you want to, I would love to hear more about it. And I'm sure the audience would love to hear about it. And then maybe if there's something we can do, I'm not trying to be funny. If there's something, again, you know, Jason House puts out a press release. We all make sure we share it on our social media or whatever like that. Tiffany Henyard comes out with a real lawsuit. We can all read over it. I don't think she's really going to come out with a lawsuit. I don't think so. Well, thank you so much, David, for the $5 super. What does he say? Thank you for covering this. I've been following the situation for a long time. It's heartbreaking what's happening to the residents up there. I agree, especially when you think about some of the residents in Dalton proper. Apparently, it's like a retirement. It used to be a retirement community, if I'm understanding that correctly. So there's a lot of older, our seniors, elder people, and it is being taken advantage of. Okay, I was wrong. Thank you so much, Sherry. Yeah, I want to know what happened. I do want to know what happened to the FBI. The FBI came by there. What happened? Did y'all just stop by and just like get some cookies and stuff and then keep it moving? What happened? Think about this. Tiffany and Hennessy Yard were over the mayors of the villages. She would have been out. That's true. Yeah, this is the craziest story. FBI depositions have been done. There are some that have already been charged. Right, but this is too much dirt. Like, how is she still able to run amok like this? The role is to offer resources to the 17 towns within the township. Wow. I need them to come cut my grass then. Oh man. But okay, see. The problem is Tiffany doesn't understand her role as supervisor. She really believes she controls the mayors. And that might be where I got it from. Maybe that's where I actually picked it up from because I thought that's how it worked. So again, I apologize that I said that, but I think I picked it up from her, the way she spoke about it. So yeah. She reminds me of Debo. The seniors I've spoken with said they will take the free stuff and not vote for her. All right, shout out, shout out. Yes, yes. Lori Lightfoot's report is supposed to come out in January. I thought I heard January around Inauguration Day, if I'm not mistaken. But sometime in January, trust me, we will be going over that. Oh, that'll be a read. Hopefully not. Hopefully it won't be super long. But it'll be a read nonetheless, maybe a multi-day. If they cut the grass in my town, in my city, it will cost $500. Wow. The South Chicago area that encompasses Thornton Township was heavily populated by steel workers and their families. When the steel mills closed in Indiana and Illinois, it was replaced. It impacted, the communities. There we go. Thank you so much. Yeah, I really want to see how this is going to work out. The grand juries are still interviewing vendors. Over 100 vendors have been interviewed. Wow. Yes, January 2025. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's been so many crazy stories from the young lady that possibly was assaulted in Las Vegas, the firefighters that don't have their pension, the vehicles that almost got towed, the police chief. There are so many crazy stories coming out of Dalton. Y'all stop messing with Atlanta. It's Dalton. Dalton's worse than Atlanta, worse than Fulton County. Y'all leave me alone over here. Yeah, Lacey and Freeman, absolutely. You know their hands are dirty. Absolutely. Definitely praying that justice will be done for sure. What you say, what Tiffany is doing is infecting the 17 villages. Dalton just happened to be the one in the news. She does not go to any of the other villages to do nothing. Really? Okay, I got you. Missy says the man has no right to speak when he is married man, and Tahoe Tiffany is a homewrecker, and the only reason he needs her to be a Thornton Township is because he gave her the job. Hey, watch this. I ain't saying if Kamal Wood's wife wanted to come on the show. I'm just saying if Kamal Wood's wife came on the show, I'm interviewing her. No, leave me alone. No, Dwayne. 0-second timeout. Get yourself back over there. Leave me alone. Dalton's worse than Fulton County. Leave us alone. Really? And so, like, I heard and saw the report that the firefighters' pension had been not properly funded. I want to say even their insurance wasn't properly funded. So there's a lot of stuff going on. And of course, all the different lawsuits that have been coming against the village of Dalton, and I'm sure probably other ones as well, all because of her. She's the mayor of Dalton, and we wanted her out. She started reaching out to all social media outlets. See, that's why I say Napoleon Harris needs to be doing social media, not to combat primarily, like to talk about Tiffany Henyard, but to just get his name and his face out there, his voice out there. Fonnie isn't worse because she at least has a degree from a university and still in existence. Ouch. Ouch. Oh, that's going to leave a bruise. That's going to leave a bruise. I see what you did there, Chicago Red. I see exactly what you did. Yeah, their health insurance wasn't being paid. That's crazy. These men that are, and women that risk their lives to keep your property safe, keep you safe in the event of that event, in the event of a fire, and they don't have proper insurance. That's crazy. Okay, we got here. he banged that gal. He was about that business for real. All right. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Missed it right here. I agree, Corey, for sure. Oh, really? Okay. Shadow Walker says, I had to stop driving. Dalton is 2, California is 1st, and Georgia's 3rd. Hey, I'll take 3rd place for sure. But Dalton must be stopped. Oh, watch the video tomorrow. I got the video dropping tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. I got the video. Don't tell her, Sherry. I got the video dropping tomorrow. I went over the Chris Gonzalez, who basically nominated Tiffany Henyard to be the supervisor of Dalton. Hey, man, Nelson, grace and peace to you, man. Praise the Lord, sir. Good to see you. I like Just Doing Nails. I like her. Shout out to Just Doing Nails. I have no idea where that name came from, but shout out to her. FBI is still doing investigations. Comptroller still waiting for the budget from Dalton. See, that's what I'm talking about. Still waiting. Oh man. Oh, I don't want to ruin it. Please, Winky Wonder, tomorrow we got you 9 o'clock. Let me double check 9 o'clock. Yes, it's at 9 o'clock tomorrow. We got you. I went over that video and the interview with the gentleman that nominated her for that role. And what was his thinking? Oh yeah, we outsiders. That's fine. That's fine. I'm not worried about Tiffany. Tiffany, we're outsiders. Yep, that's us. That is true. We are outsiders. Nothing wrong with that. I got no shame in the game. And this is the thing. What goes around comes around. And he says it it almost sounds like within the day, like, yo, what did I do? What did I do? Yeah, he says it. So, not trying to ruin it because y'all pinky swore that y'all was gonna watch the video tomorrow, but Chris Gonzalez makes it pretty clear, like, oh man, what did we do? And he said it like that too. Who's another grifting YouTuber? Me? I've been told that I am. I hope I'm not. But it's we're helping to shine the light. Okay. Constance, Dennis, I am in Atlanta, so I'm in the Eastern time zone. So if you're in Chicago, I'm an hour ahead of you. Yeah. So it's 8:50 where y'all are in Chicago. Oh, that's what I was doing. I was about to pull the video up, make sure it I'll drop the link in here as well. Y'all make sure y'all check it out. But it was a good conversation. Shout out to the Lansing Journal. They do a great job. Yeah, y'all got some really good. I'm gonna say that. Up north, y'all got some really good news outlets. Shout out to of course WGN. Shout out to Regina Waldrop and that crew over there. Shout out to the Lansing Journal. Y'all do a really good job of keeping people abreast. Like I feel like, man, y'all doing great. Now, the only one I think is better is, of course, Atlanta News, but I'm kind of biased. I admit I'm a little bit biased. All right, so let me grab this real quick and drop it in the chat. All right, so tomorrow, make sure y'all check out this video. Who's responsible? The man behind Tiffany Henyard. Oh, I can't. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see how this all. Wait, I'm waiting for the Lori Lightfoot review to come. Hopefully, it'll come early in January. Then we got Inauguration Day. Then we got whenever the election is. I don't know. When is the election, by the way? Sherry, when is the election in February? And then when is it in April? When is that? Yes. The Lansing Journal has been very good at keeping us abreast. So yes. Oh, there's gonna be tears. There's gonna be please let there be a real perp walk. Oh, please let there. Okay, thank you so much. Winky Wonder says February 25th, 25. That's the primary between Republican candidates. And the election is in April. Am I right? The Republican versus Democrat election will be in April. Yeah, I just heard about this today too, about the Airbnbs. Yo, I don't know. Lori might need to hire me for sure. Yeah, Sherry, you are crushing it. Thank you so much. Hopefully, whether it be by you coming on or just us as coordinating whatnot, but please, Sherry and Chicago Red, please email me whatever we can do to be of assistance. Of course, we should pray for y'all, definitely, but whatever we can do to assist you all. And I heard about this, Chicago Red. And again, if you know somebody that's running, if you know Tammy Brown, and you say, hey, a crazy guy in Atlanta, he'll interview you and give you a chance to speak your truth. Or Edward Steve or whomever, if you know whatever, we'd be glad to have them on. I think the community would love to hear a different perspective because we're watching it from the news. And again, shout out to the news. They're doing a great job, I feel. But if there's something we can do as, unindicted Thornton Township residents in the RICO, whatever we can do to help y'all out, let me know. I would gladly support, give shine wherever we can do to help out, because we would love, I think I speak on behalf of everybody. I think though we're watching the train wreck, which is Tiffany Henyard, we also want the best for the Dalton residents. We don't want to see these people, especially those olders, those seniors, those elders, mistreated and not being given what they deserve as it relates to proper support from their community. And that applies to the Thornton Township residents as well. So if we can help out, we're gladly. I love how you did it, bitter Lily. Whatever we can do, absolutely. Oh, that's dope. So your election is in April, and I'm trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by April. Go figure. I like how Corey looked at it. She said all these prayers for Tiffany is why she's having this public humbling. She did look like she went back home and cried after that after the raucous caucus. So yeah, I like that. I will ask them all to come on. I think now so many people are trying to get them to come on shows, but they've been busy campaigning. Oh, that's fine. If nothing else, if they have a campaign video, I'll play it and talk about it and give a little bit of shine and maybe give our perspective on it. If any of them want to come on and talk to an outsider. But hey, the one person that she needed was commissioner. She locked her out of her office. Yo, no way. You're right. She did lock that woman out of her office. If that was the woman that she locked out, no, for real. I remember that story too. Yo, talk about throwing a boomerang and that thing clocking you in the back of the head. If that's the woman, wow. Well, I think what she meant is that she's being castigated in public. She might not actually be humble. She might not be humble, but she is being humbled, aka people are looking at her and they see her for the fool that she is. I think that's what she meant. If I can add words to Corey's statement. Y'all, I can't keep reading these. Nah, she looked like 250 will never hit her bank account again. Facts. I like how you said that. Why are y'all like this, man? We could tell Lee, look, Atlanta, we found Rico. It's up there in Dalton. There we go. Look, y'all in New Jersey. Look, New Jersey is a whole different, that's a whole nother ball of wax right there. That's a whole nother ball. Y'all got some, yeah. I'm gonna leave y'all alone in New Jersey. What's going on, cheer wine guy? We need to tell Fonnie that we found Rico. Absolutely. Now, sadly, Fonnie's not going to be able to pry Rico out of Tiffany's hands because Tiffany seemed like she's the Rico queen. Alienation of, does Illinois have the alienation of affection law? If so, someone should show that Kamal's wife, there's proof for the lawsuit. I don't know what that lawsuit is, but man, well, first of all, that's just crazy. Like the dude is literally, that's crazy, man. I hope they really, that's the craziest, that story right there is so crazy. I don't even know where to go with that one. Assessor Cassandra Elson is who she locked out. I got on the call and actually went to stand with the assessor that day. That is the craziest story where she locked her out of the office. That is right. That is so crazy, man. Y'all are the best. Her narcissism won't allow her to be humbled. She sees herself as a victim and not the cause of her issue. Right. Like all of these problems are brought on by you. It's not Sherry, it's not Jason, it's not Cindy, it's you. You're the problem. Oh, no. Supervisor is definitely not a governor. If I'm understanding correctly, the supervisor is only responsible for resources in the township. So it's not even as big as I mean, it's not as important as even what I thought it was. I was overselling it initially. Oh, by the way, thank you, man. Thank you so much, Captain Obvious, for the very kind super. He says this: the raucous caucus taught us that Tiffany Henyard is not backed by the leadership of the Dems in Illinois. I can see that. This is my only pushback on that, Captain Obvious. Why have they not arrested her yet? The Attorney General is aware. That's the only thing. Like, and I think I saw the food chain, and there's, she knows somebody here, and this person is that, so forth. So that's the only thing. Like, why have they not pushed the button and got her out of there? That's the only question I would have. Besides that, though, I agree with you. Thank you so much for the $5 super for sure. We're black, according to Tiffany. Tiffany's told her on Facebook that those that oppose her would receive back tenfold. Okay. She's going to have to, it's going to be very interesting. Oh my gosh, are you for real? Cassandra's on, wow, on Harris's ticket? Wow, I got to look at that now. Okay, so somebody asked that Black Beauty. No, Illinois does not have the alienation of affection law. Unfortunately, Kamal is lucky. He wouldn't have come to North Carolina with that mess. That has got to be the most savage thing. She locked that woman out, and now that woman is on Napoleon's slate. That's some. Oh, she's got to be kicking herself. She's got to be. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Thank you so much, Sherry. Yeah, they are wild. I've heard that they're pretty bad. They can come over to the best live chat on the planet if they want to. If they feel froggy, they can come over to the best live chat, but I don't be messing with them on that Facebook. They can have that. Y'all can be all the fools y'all want to be on Facebook by yourself. Y'all come over to the best live chat, then we got problems. We're gonna have something straight. But that is crazy. Okay, so we have to do this again tomorrow. Tomorrow, 9 o'clock, I got my video on Chris Gonzalez coming up. Looks like it's gonna be a good conversation. I'm looking forward to hearing what y'all think about it. Oh yeah, I also did a video looking at the independent candidate for supervisor of Dalton. That's coming up on Wednesday. So we got a lot going on. We got a lot to talk about. A lot to go on. Oh, she knew she was gonna be supervisor. She knew it. What you say? She knew it. Kamal is a bullying thug. Why do Kamal, Big Boy, Keith, and Dots bully women and those that they think will not don't have protection? What a sad bunch of men. I agree. The fact that he was talking to Regina Waldrop like that's very unbecoming. But hey, and Regina Waldrop, as far as I'll do some more research, but she's a married woman. Why are you talking to somebody's wife like that? That's right, Stubbs. You're right. I forgot about Miss Stubbs. And event. are Dalton's residents who given the business. Both are on Harris's ticket. That is right. I totally forgot about that. No, she's a supervisor for Thornton Township, and she's the mayor of Dalton, the village of Dalton. And the village of Dalton is inside of Thornton Township, 17 towns that all comprise and make up the Thornton Township. And I've learned this. I'm getting better. Y'all, I'm gonna get ready to bug out of here. But yes, that is some crazy stuff right there. These people are wild, extra wild with a side of crazy. This right here is so ironic that you would almost think it was like a movie or something. Somebody wrote this. She said, what does Black Beauty say? She changed the locks on the assessor and ended up canned as a nominee because she didn't have an assessor. That's amazing. That is so funny to me. There's just so much comedy, ironic comedy here. We can't even make it up. All right, good people. I'm gonna get ready to bug out of here. But I want to thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Thank you so much for everybody who's hit the like button, everybody that watched the videos, that subscribed, helping me hit 50,000 subscribers by April. Before Tiffany loses, we got to hit 50,000 subscribers. So help me out as best you can. Let's make it happen, everybody. Let's do it again tomorrow. And until then, everybody, grace and peace. Take care.